Good morning, Ocoee region. Tony Miles back here today with another great show of the hidden gems of the Ocoee region. And guess what? You know what I'm getting ready to say. I have one of the, how I want to say this, greatest, precious gem in the world with me today. And it is so special that this person is not only a man of God, a husband, a great husband, let me say that to Miss Jamie, a great father, but he is a great leader in our community and a great businessman because he is the owner and master
Optician.
optician. My mind went blank just then. Optician, and welcome, Aaron Wilson.
Thank you so much, Miss Tony. Thank you for having me on. Oh my goodness, I'm so tickled to be here.
I've been waiting to have you on with your busy schedule, but you are here, and we're here today to talk about, as I was talking to you about earlier, is that the whole goal of the Hidden Gems of Ocoee region is to highlight businesses and organizations that demonstrate their faith. And when I say that, faith in God the Father,
Yes.
God the Son, and God the Holy Ghost.
You done gone to preaching.
Well, you know what? This place is so anointed in
Yes.
here that I feel like, it's such a wonderful place that I walk in and I step in and dwell in something very powerful, and I know what it is. And
Yes.
so, yeah.
I feel it. I feel it. Fantastic show. So,
Well, we're going to talk to you, and first we want to know to get to know you. And so I would love for you to share your testimony, and we'll talk about that. And then we'll take a little break, and we're going to come back and talk about Pearle Vision.
Yes, and I got something I want to show you that is brand spanking new, and no one has it. And so we'll talk about it in a second.
You know I'm excited.
I just thought I'd tease that right there.
You need to tease that. So if you're watching this segment, don't go away, because we're going to come, when we get done, we're going to come back with a second segment, because the stuff that he's sharing with us today,
Brand new.
Brand new.
Brand new.
No other place has it.
Nope. Nobody
Okay.
else in Tennessee has it right now. And so we've been picked. We're one of 5 in the region that they're going to release this to. So we'll show you in a minute. A contact lens like you've never seen before. Like we've never had before. So anyway, super cool.
And you know I'm into that, because
Yes.
I wear them.
Miss Tony, she likes her contact lenses.
Sure do. All right.
So 19 years old, I was going to college, and I had the opportunity to start working for Pearle Vision. And if we fast forward about, I worked through college at Pearle Vision. Didn't really think anything about it. I'm just, wet behind the ears and just a crazy, teenager. Didn't think too much of it, but I enjoyed the work. And so if we fast forward about 4 years later, about 1993, I got to meet Dr. Stanley Pearle.
Wow.
And he would periodically come around to the different stores. And so I got to meet him. And actually in a little autograph signing, I ended up standing there next to him for about 2 hours. And so we talked and laughed. And so at the end, he signs one of the pictures, of Dr. Stanley Pearle for me. And he writes on there something that turns out to be prophetic. He said, one day you're going to be in our Pearle family.
Wow.
Well, these franchises, they don't give them away.
No.
They're a whole lot of money.
Yes.
And so I was like, what a pipe dream that is. And I don't know that 4 years later, I'll have, that God will absolutely, just through a series of miracles, that He'll give me Cleveland, Tennessee, Pearle Vision franchise. And this is a wonderful town. This town has been so good to my family and I. And we love Cleveland. We just think the world of Cleveland. And so God just worked all that out and allowed us walk through the door on May the 23rd, 1997.
Wow.
I own this franchise. I didn't know what to do, and scared to death. I'm 27 years old. I'll be the youngest franchise owner for the first 15 years of
Wow.
owning the franchise. Only recently have they got somebody in that's younger than me. Typically, it's older folks that have these, and here I am. I was just a snot-nosed kid, and man, I had all these great dreams, and a couple of them, went my way, and a few of them, weren't so great, and so wisdom had to kick in and help me out. But just fantastic in Cleveland, Tennessee. I got to be here.
That is so good, in the city of spirit.
Yes.
I always say, because of just the fact of that God dwells here. And so to have a theme or a tagline, Cleveland, the city of spirit.
Capital S.
Capital S.
Because they're not just talking about like go team. No, we're talking about the Holy Spirit.
Holy Spirit.
Because
That's
He
what
is
we're
here.
talking about. Yes,
And
He is.
I love that. I love that this town acknowledges God in its ways.
Yes, it does.
And that's awesome.
Well, I want to talk a little bit, because I know when we get into really talking about your services with Pearle Vision, but I really want to say that I just thank you and your family for running your business, that as soon as you walk in, you know that it is ran on Christian principles. And I can tell you, let me talk to my crowd out here. When I bring someone to you, you better believe when I say they talk and walk the talk, they do. And I have experience. I will not go any place else and put my eyes
Thank you, Ms.
in
Tony.
anybody's hands but you guys.
Wow, I'm humbled by that. Thank you so much.
Okay?
You're awesome.
And so I just really wanted people to understand that you guys, in running your business, you don't, it's comfortable for people to stop and pray.
Yes. Yes, and we do that throughout the course of the day. Somebody may come in, and they're heavy in heart. They've got something going on in their life. And so, hey, I mean, we don't have somebody to answer to that's trying to keep us secular.
Right.
We can just stop and have a word of prayer and just encourage that person and lift them up and edify them. How great is that?
Yeah.
And there's nobody saying, you can't do that. Yes,
And
we can.
Yes,
and
you
we
can.
do. Yes.
And you know what? And what people have to realize is that legally, you have the freedom of speech. You can pray in your business.
Isn't that great? That's so awesome.
It is so awesome. But we've heard, like, you can't do this, you can't do that, and da. No, it's not all that. And so we need to pull the veil off of that.
And be bold.
And
be bold.
Come on. Be bold and be courageous.
That's right.
In every area of our lives,
Yes.
And that's what's holding God up.
Yes.
Okay?
Our obedience.
Because we are to be the same every day, every hour, whether we are walking in a place of light or a place of darkness. We have to let His light shine through us. And so that's not diluting the spirituality of who we are in Him.
That's right. Man, we done gone to team teaching. Man.
Yes, we have gone to team teaching. I love it.
Hey, let me tell you this.
Okay.
So in 2016, every year, Pearle Vision has an annual meeting, and it's a lot of fun. Most all the franchisees are there, and over the course of the years, you get to know some of these people and depend on their counsel as well. So just a great time. Throughout the years, you always sit there and at the end of the night, They have about 3 like huge awards that they give away. And, I would imagine what it would be like, to win one of the, what does it take to win one of those big ones? And in 2016, Pearle called me out of the blue and said, you have been the most philanthropic Pearle Vision in the nation, and you won first prize for our philanthropy award.
And I'm going to talk about that.
I didn't even know that existed. and so we had been a part of a life clinic.
Yes.
And we had given to the life clinic. Now this is how faithful God is, because God is a debtor to no man.
That's right.
Now, in the process of doing that, I was being obedient, okay?
Yeah.
And I didn't want nothing back.
Nothing at all. Nothing.
Okay.
Let me say this. I can confirm, because it was our first life clinic.
It just feels good.
Yes, and you bought all your equipment, and
Yes.
you examined the people who came,
Yes.
and there was over 500 people. You gave away free eye exams, and then gave away free glasses and lenses to those that needed it. Okay?
And it was so cool that we could do that. Okay?
Yes, yes.
And God just supplied, and we were able to just write a check for that and call it good. And then God sneaks around and pays me back.
Yes, he
okay?
does.
So you win the most philanthropic Pearle Vision in the nation, and therefore we're going to give you like $15,000 worth of stuff for your store. What do you want? You want a new sign? Oh, okay, well, the sign that we have, it won't work on your store. That's fine. So they ended up giving me like $5,000 worth of upgrades on my store, and they said, we can't really find anything else to do. Here's a check for $10,000. And this happened just like a couple months after that life clinic.
Yes.
And so, I mean, that's just God being faithful. And, and so, yeah, and we didn't keep that either. We ended up giving about half of that to something else,
Yes.
India, because there's some awesome stuff going on in India right there. Churches being built over there that are
Yes.
winning Christians to the Lord, that are first-generation Christians. Their moms and dads were Hindu or Muslim, and God is speaking to those people and just revealing Jesus Christ to them.
Yes.
And I want to be a part of that. And so anyway, 2016. I'm sitting there, and actually I'm talking, really not even paying any attention.
Right.
And they come to the final award, the Stanley Award. This is
The big one.
This is for a store that gives back, a store that embodies the
Innovation?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
And it embodies all the characteristics of Dr. Stanley Pearle. And that winner is Aaron Wilson in Cleveland, Tennessee. And I was like, wait, what? And so it was incredible.
Yes.
And so humbled, too, to go up there and stand in front of 800 people and all of these franchisees who all are deserving. And they gave the award to me. I didn't really know what to do with that. So Alex,
did you say?
Alex, the president of Pearle, he turns around, hands me the award. Congratulations, buddy. You won it all. And so I said, can I say a word? And he said, buddy, it's your night. You can do whatever you want to. So I took the podium, calmed everybody down, and started thanking God, because I wouldn't have any of these opportunities if it weren't for God and His blessings, His tremendous blessings on our family. So I got to acknowledge God and just give Him thanks and praise for blessing me with this tremendous opportunity.
And that was a marketplace environment.
Yes.
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 That's what's so huge about that.
Yes,
So,
and they're a little politically correct, and they're
Yes.
not too sure about that. So, this meeting didn't start with
you
prayer.
were bold.
This meeting didn't start with prayer, but I tell you, we about had an altar call before that thing was done. Come on.
I love it. I love it. So you see, you have met the man behind our Pearle Vision here in Cleveland, Tennessee. So we're going to stop right here, take a break, and we're going to come right back, because we want you to know about all the services at our local Pearle Vision. Thank you.